Good evening and welcome to 7 Sports Big Replay. The beginning of the second round today in the South Australian National Football League. 4 matches today, remembering the big game at Elizabeth tomorrow, live on Channel 7 from 2:10 between West Adelaide and Central Districts. And today at the Adelaide Oval, there were 9,000 people to see Port Adelaide against South Adelaide. An important game for South Adelaide because they had lost 3 games in succession. And Port won 24-14 to 11 goals 6 after an even first half. Aegis dropped out of the Port Adelaide 21 and Granger played on the interchange bench and Brian Cunningham took the field for Port Adelaide. 9,185, the official crowd. At the Woodville Oval, a very important game for both sides. Of course, Woodville in the news during the week, and so have West Torrens been. And both sides had lost 8 games in succession, and Woodville still yet to have won a game. West Torrens winning 19-17 to Woodville 18-9 before a crowd of 3,312 people. Woodville still on the bottom, and West Torrens now with 2 wins, both over the Woodville Football Club. Woodville certainly not having a good run, 10 straight losses in succession. The game of the day was at the Norwood Oval. We had 11,926 people there for the clash between Glenelg, who had won by over 20 goals last week against West Adelaide, and Norwood, who last week fell in against Woodville. Glenelg had made only the one change to their side that had won by over 20 goals. Going out of the side was Stephen Barrett. He made way for David Holst, who'd came back into the side. He'd kicked 5 goals 2 weeks ago, was out with an injured calf last week in the game against West Adelaide and came back. For Norwood, a big day for 2 players. They're recognising the fact that Bruce Winter's playing his 250th, the league say 249, and of course Greg Turnbull with 100 games today. A great performance by both Bruce Winter and Greg Turnbull. Of course, Turnbull has had an injury-filled career, some shocking knee injuries. And to the Norwood side today, Stemper was out with Adler and Michael Aish all injured. And coming into the side, of course, Michael Laney and Hine also out of the side, omitted. And coming into the side, we had Keith Thomas, Roberts, Lachlan, Hall and Renfrey. Great game at Norwood. Some excellent action coming up. We pick it up 24 minutes into the first quarter. Your commentators, Peter Marker and Ian Day.
Inside the half-back line. Winter will look for Fairing. The big fellow in the square. Corns over the top, fine mark. Playing game number 299 from the half-forward line, goes in high, Carey's in there, the big fella gets his hands on it, can't bring it down, McGuinness can snap, goal, beautifully done, Tony McGuinness. Drew Rover's goal, his first, and the Bays have tied the score up here at the parade, 5-2 each.
Well, they're singing McGuinness's praises down at Glenelg at the moment. Apparently 2 goals that he kicked last week against West Adelaide were gems. That was a true Rovers goal as Ian Day caught it. Off the pack, onto the right boot, through it went. Scores tied up, 5-2 apiece.
The top first quarter here at the parade. Kernahan against Fairing. Kernahan gets the benefit of the bounce. Oh, then he gets moved into the ground by Fairing. Storms wants to take him on. Nothing in it, Studley. Let him go. He got the free kick. Don't lose it now. Kernahan makes it hard for Painter. But he's going to get a free kick against Andrew Aish, who hasn't had a great part in the early session. Painter, half-forward line. Carey wants it in. Gave a lead, but aborted. Now he wants it in high. In towards Hartfield. Gets his hands to it. 1-2 round paid. Well, against his former team. Brenton Hartfield having his second game with the Tigers. Somewhat of a controversial dismissal from the Norwood club, or defection, call it what you like. He's 20 metres out. Pridgett through, a goal. That'll settle him down a bit. And gee, the crowd, Peter Marker, not exactly happy.
Yes, well, Brenton Hartfield would find it hard today, but true testimony to the fact that don't write letters unless you mean what you say in them. But anyway, he's found a new club, and I guess he's pretty happy. Be happy after the goal too. 6-2 to 5-2.
Fairing and Kernahan. Fairing thumps away. Thomas can't get the handball away. Sewer gives a chance now for Kernahan. Going past Painter, puts it in the air. McDermott back there with him. Mobile thumps away. The first recovery is Danny Jenkins. Supported now by Nicholson. He dummies and comes back across goal and finds Graham Hughes in the back pocket. He in turn will go for Turnbull on the half-back line. Turnbull fine mark at the second grab. He's at centre wing. Kick number 5 to Greg Turnbull. Undecided where he's going to put it. Finally puts it to the half-forward line. Weston couldn't. Taken beautifully by Warhurst. The handball is short of Roberts. He's got it, however. He can't get clear of it. The umpire has begged him for holding the ball. Appeared to be just a little bit quick.
He looks pretty fit, Neville Roberts, after that injury. Certainly running a lot more and a lot more freely lately. Lunnis. Ball puts McGuinness in trouble. He hooks it around his body. It's going to find Sewer. That's fortunate. Sewer takes off. She's got a ton of pace, Sewer. Beautifully put to Carey. Oh, what a superb ball. You can't kick them better than that. What a magnificent disposal. All Carey had to do was put the arms up then. And Sewer and Lachlan are doing plenty for their respective sides, but Sewer particularly is dangerous. Number 2 to Carey. 7-2 Glenelg, 5-2 Norwood.
Well, Ralph Sewer's been put in the state squad for the game against Western Australia next week, and if ever he needed a good game, it was today. One of the selectors, Bob Hammond, is watching from the back of the stand, and that was a brilliant turn of pace as Sewer absolutely sprinted away from Thomas, and as Peter has told you, the pass to Peter Marker was just perfection personified.
Ralph Sewer.
Well,
Ferring is number 40 for Norwood. Well, Sewer got the tap away. Lachlan, Aish. Well, he's in trouble, Aish, but pirouettes beautifully out of the pack. Should have been tackled. Warhurst, the long arms, and he takes the mark. Norwood have stopped again. There's Paul Weston. He'll have his hands full with Warhurst. Coolman in front, didn't take the mark. Turnbull dies on top of the ball. Ren free. Roberts again, he'll bring it back. Oh, not a good kick. He was searching for Thomas. Norwood just can't break through the pack. Finally, they've got a free kick to Keith Thomas. And the umpire has adjudicated that he was held when he didn't have possession. We're 29 minutes into this first quarter. Paul Weston's not happy with the free kick.
I think there was possibly a couple of others before that one, Peter, that went undetected.
It's a pretty important shot for goal end. Keith Thomas, the kick's on the way. I think it's off line, yes, 1 point. Norwood 5-3, Glenelg 7-2.
Played 13 minutes of the first quarter, and what a quarter it's been. Coolman to the lead of Corns. Lachlan there with him. Lachlan holds him off, but Corns gets the fist to the ball first. Butters up well. A chance McGuinness, centre wing. Sewer wants it, but he's going in long. Carey again. Winter there with him. Carey holds ground, gets a hand to it. Butted up by Nicholson. Sweeps out the long handball, intercepted Lunnis. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he's out of play. He got the kick around the corner, but the boundary umpire late on the scene indicates that he wants the ball. Full forward left pocket at the 30-minute plus mark. Might be time for Glenelg to get a goal. Right in their pocket now. Carey tried to hook it back. He does so successfully to McDermott. They can't get the ball out. The tackle is paid McDermott's way. Not a popular decision, but then again, we are in the Norwood stand. McDermott has Kernahan square, but he's got Carey and also the big fellow in the square now. Searches for him. Hartfield can't get it. Painter snaps away. Teal under pressure. Hughes also under pressure. Nowhere to go. Runners holding the ball. Oh, what a decision for Michael Lunnis. Graham Hughes not happy with it at all. Ferring comes in to stand the mark. He's got the added height. But Lunnis has got a chance. Only 20 metres out. 31 minutes into the first quarter. Already booted one, and there's his second. Michael Lunnis' second goal. And the Bays, after a good start, then it was Norwood, but they've come back brilliantly into time on of this first quarter and lead 8-2 to 5-3.
Well, it's the second time that Andrew Aish has kicked it to that right pocket, and pretty hard to kick goals from there. Neville Roberts doesn't look too good at the moment. He's crouched right over. He may have copped one in that exchange. Here's McGuinness again. What a play he is today. Well, he didn't have a look on that occasion. He found Button. Button kicked it where it should have been kicked by Aish. Off hands, Hall too slow. Back to Motlop, onto the right foot. I think he's got one. That's 3 to Motlop. Norwood has got a much-needed goal. 7-4, trailing the Bays, 9-4.
Brilliant scouting then by Paul Motlop. He happened to be in the right position at the right time as the ball came off the fingers. They all threw themselves on the ball. Big John Hall tried to get it out, but the ball just came out to Motlop at the back of the pack, and he did the rest. Goal number 3. An opportunist game from the half-forward flank, and Norwood an important goal on the board. They still trail.
Norwood need more goals. Button, Kernahan got the tap down. Picked up by Renfree. He couldn't get it clear. Comes back to him. Backed up beautifully. He's put down. Roberts played it well. He couldn't get possession though. Maynard back to Roberts. Back it comes to Marshall. He hasn't been in this game. He's pushed in the back. And he takes the free kick. Well, that free kick was there, so although you can tell what stand we're in. Marshall's kick further afield, up high Hartfield, good mark.
Brendan Hartfield's at centre wing at the moment. There's some of his supporters. A long kick in towards full forward. Carey's there, gets one hand up to it, but the umpire rules that he's pushed it in the back, and the free kick will go to the Norwood full back, plus 15 metres. 7-4 to 9-4. Certainly plenty of vocal support here at the parade. A nice looking kick by Winter. Warhurst up high, thumped away by Weston. The first going to be there is McGuinness. He puts it to his half-forward line. Big Peter Carey lumbers to meet it. He can't pick it up. Right on the line. Quickly in is Thomas on the half-back line. A good tackle put on him. And no, it's going to be a push in the back against Peter Carey. And Keith Thomas gets the free kick on the half-back line. He centres the ball. Finds Dean Renfree. That's the interchange player who's just come on. Quickly over Jenkins, the running player Mark Noble. Nicholson will go past him for the handball, but Noble will go back to kick long. He's got Warhurst at centre half forward. Further afield still is Hall. Warhurst in front, comes out with a ball, gets a kick away. It's not a good one as he stumbled as he got it away. Getting back is McFarlane. Clear on the half-back line if he can pick it up, but he takes it across the line, and a throw-in takes place 19 minutes into the second quarter.
Warhurst ground players very good for a big player. Didn't mark the ball then, but gee, recovered very quickly. Although the kick wasn't a good one. He knocks it out again for another ball in. Roberts is looking dangerous for Norwood, although he may run out of puck. He hasn't played for 3 or 4 weeks, or perhaps longer. Warhurst and Kernahan again. Kernahan front position to Weston. Weston kicks Glenelg clear. Corns on centre wing. Ferring in opposition, and it goes out. Another ball in. Ferring and Button changing on the bench. Kernahan again against Ferring. Ferring from behind gets the tap down. Turnbull can't pick it up. Painter sweeps a handball wide back to Kernahan. He'll use Marshall. Marshall hasn't had a lot of the action today. Kick number 4 only. Noble can't mark. McGuinness has done it beautifully onto the right boot. Centres the ball. This gives Carey a chance. One grab, couldn't take it. Through comes Teal on the mouth of Noble and to Lachlan. Now Lachlan's got 100 metres. Sewer's coming in from a long way away. Lachlan with kick number 12. Tries to find Roberts. Good mark, Roberts. In front of Hewitt on that occasion. He goes short. Looking for Thomas. Great work, Roberts. He certainly uses the ball well. Greg Thomas gave the lead, and Roberts made it very easy for him. It's up to Thomas now to kick the goal. He split the centre. Goal number 2 to Greg Thomas. And Norwood get a bit closer. 8-4, Glenelg 9-4.
Brilliant rebound then by Norwood. Teal started it all off the half-back line, and Lachlan read the play beautifully. He must have been a good 50 or 60 metres away from Sewer when he got the ball at centre wing. A perfect pass to Roberts. He did the west through Thomas, and the Legs trailed by 1 goal.
Ferring and Kernahan. Kernahan got the tap away again. Renfree doing good work there out of the centre, but the kick is astray. That found Weston onto Hewitt. Hewitt's got a bit of pace. He's searching for McDermott. McDermott up, can't mark. Teal got up too. The Norwood player there interfered with. No free kick. A ball in. 8-4 Norwood, Glenelg 9-4.
20 minutes into the second quarter. Ferring, number 40, against Kernahan, 4. The bodies go in. Ferring gets the tap away, but it went to McDermott. Cleverly, he tried to get it back to Lunnis, but it's Andrew Ace who takes the ball away. Running is Turnbull. Lachlan wants it. Onto the left foot, back on the right foot. Centre wing. Hughes, the handball's a shocker. Norwood under pressure, Andrew Ace. And I think he's going to get a free kick. They got out of that luckily. The handball went astray in the end. The Bay pressured them into it. But Andrew Ace, attack side of centre wing, in towards full forward. Ball at the back. Gets his hands to it, can't complete it. Maynard, Liu, short. Well done over there to McFarlane. He thumps it away. Ace on the ground, searches for Turnbull, but it's McFarlane back in defence. Another bad handball. Thomas, half forward line. He's going to get run down. Looks for the new man in Renfrey. In comes Keith Thomas. Called to play on. Doothy, got the football. Turnbull, back there, well done. Moore got the football as well. No, Marshall it was, and this time the free is given. And it's Brenton Fosdyke from 35-40 metres out. Duncan Fosdyke from 45 metres out. Normally a good kicker of the football. It's a nice looking kick, superb kick. Through the middle, his first. And Norwood have tied the game up 22 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, Norwood have been threatening in the last few minutes, and they've done it pretty well. There was a series of mistakes there. Perhaps Glenelg had already given away a free kick before the final one. Fosdyke got it, kicked the goal to level the scores. 9-4 apiece.
Ferring. Carey back on the ball. Ferring gets his hands to it, but Carey almost came out with it. Fosdyke, Lachlan, thought about Jenkins, smothered well off the boot by Robbie Walden. Motlop first to it, but can't keep it in play. 9-4 both teams. Throw in the interchange gates. Carey and Ferring, who tried to hook it back, couldn't get it back. Corns, Marshall quickly to the half-forward line. Jenkins the defensive mark.
Playing well, Jenkins on Walter. 15 metres. Robbie Walter can't get into the game. Jenkins is a bit too tight for him. Nicholson over the top to Noble. Here's a chance for Norwood if it'll sit. Noble gets it back to Nicholson. Nicholson providing a lot of run. He looks for Andrew Ace. Behind McFarlane. Great mark. He was behind McFarlane and took it off the top of his hands. Well done, Andrew Ace. Now he should bring this ball back into the front of goals. Roberts is on a lead. Gone for that pocket again. Is it just going to make it? He's got a goal. Great goal, Andrew Ace. Plenty of distance with that one. That's his first. 10-4 Norwood, 9-4 Glenelg.
Tremendous backup there by the Norwood defending players. Both Noble and Nicholson made a good 50-75 metres to get up there midfield to get the ball to Andrew Ace. What a kick, his first, and the legs have hit the front. Umpire Foster just getting rid of the Bay runner, Mark Coombe.
Norwood have kicked 5 goals this quarter. We're at the 25-minute mark. Ferring gets the tap down. Snared by Corns. He gives it to McGuinness. His handball is wide to Painter. Painter's been out of it for 20 minutes. He gets the kick to centre half forward. Kernahan. No, he hadn't marked it. No. Peter Mead's paid it. I find that one hard to believe in.
Peter, was very difficult for us. Peter Mead was right there, but certainly to the naked eye, it looked as like about 3 or 4 had the hands on the ball. I assume that he's paid the mark once again, but certainly Stephen Kernahan's got the ball. 35 metres out, the Bays would love a goal. I've got it. Beautifully done, Stephen Kernahan, his second goal. We're in the wrong stand for that. And the Bays come back. Once again, the game is all square. 10-4. The final quarter at the parade in a rip-tearer. Norwood by 4 points, 15-8 to 14-10. Carey and Button. Carey gets the tap away. McGuinness comes through the pack. Works the ball towards centre wing. Beautifully done, young fellow. Lunnis. Quickly now Hewitt as they go to the half-forward line in towards Painter. Thomas picks up the crumbs on the half-back line. The tackle goes on. Hughes. Nicholson in trouble at centre wing, but gets a handball away. Corn shepherds Hewitt. Hewitt unable to touch the ball on the ground as he goes towards centre half forward. Kernahan appears to be playing there in this last quarter. The Bays realise they got a few problems. Sewer tried to shrug the tackle, but he couldn't get away from Duncan Fosdyke. And the Norwood wingman gets the free kick from between wing and centre. Left foot to the full forward line. Roberts used his body well. Played on short. Warhurst, well done, Rocky Roberts. 13 kicks and has not wasted one of them all afternoon. And this one gives young Tom Warhurst a chance from 25 metres out. And if he gets it, what a tremendous start from the legs, for the legs in this final quarter. You get the impression they could easily win it. The kick, that awkward-looking style, is home. Warhurst's first goal. And Norwood off to a great start. 16-8, Glenelg 14-10.
No doubt about Neville Roberts. He's been an architect in the forward lines. He's really set Norwood up. He hasn't wasted a kick, as Ian Day said. Used the body beautifully for the mark, gave it to Warhurst for the goal. Norwood lead by 10 points.
The Bays through Carey against Button, but it was Sura who got the tap away. McGuinness, a superb performer, winds through the half-forward line again, breaks clear on the left leg, can't get a decent kick away. Coming to meet it down there was Hartfield, but it's Lunnis, can't get it back. McDermott under pressure, back to Lunnis in the pocket. They can't get it clear. The Norwood defence too strong. As Jenkins gets out a handball, quickly it's Noble, the running player Hughes as they come along the outer side, and it's Renfrey who takes the ball low to the ground, and 15 metres is given against Graham Corns.
Pretty vocal crowd here. Into the last quarter of the parade, Renfrey. A high ball to centre-half forward, looking for Warhurst. He's backing back into the pack. Play on, calls the umpire. Maynard runs it wide. It's gone over the line, and there'll be a ball in. Trying to pick up some movements here in this last quarter. Laughlin's way down the forward line, but I think he's still playing at centre. Fosdyke standing alongside of Sewer. Warhurst knocks the ball forward. Thomas. Turnbull. Oh, it's gone close. I think he's got it. What a goal, Turnbull. 2 goals for the 100-game player. 17-8 Norwood. Glenelg 14-10.
Well, Turnbull looked to be limping there in the third quarter, but then again, I suppose you could say that Greg Turnbull always appeared to be limping with the tremendous injuries that he's had, but he's always there when the legs needed him. And what a brilliant goal from the right forward pocket. The Bays have swung the changes. Hartfield to full forward, Kernahan to centre-half forward, but they're going backwards.
Carey and Button. Button's played well. Hughes. He's looking for Roberts. Roberts is way behind Maynard, but the ball beats him. Warhurst is very quick. He's too quick. Oh, well done. Well done, Weston. Weston got him off balance. A very, very good push. Warhurst was just about to kick it, but Weston pushed him. Carey's come in. Over the top of Warhurst. Down to Motlop. To full forward. Hall in front. Couldn't mark the ball. Thomas. If he can pick it up, he's in business. Play on, says the umpire. Back to Turnbull. He's got another one. Weena Turnbull. Norwood now 18-8. Glenelg 14-10.
Well done, young Thomas then. He was given an inordinately long time to get rid of the ball compared with the holding the ball decisions we've seen through the afternoon. But he did brilliantly to get it out to Turnbull once again, where he ought to be at the right time. Goal number 3, and the legs have now got a 22-point advantage.
Button and Carey. Carey got the tap down. McGuinness, possibly the best player on the ground. McGuinness to centre-half forward. Teal. Hartfield. Hughes intercept for Norwood. Hartfield gathers the ball. He hasn't had many touches. He gets it out to Lunnis. Lunnis hasn't been seen since the first quarter. Nicholson will push it through. I think he's collided with the post, but he looks okay. 14-11 Glenelg. Norwood 18-8.
Winter waiting for the flags to stop. Going to the outer side. Malcolm Noble's out there, so too is Button. Can't get his hand to it. McFarlane through, but it's Button who comes out with the ball. The legs into attack again to the half-forward line. Roberts never gets off the ground, but he's given away a free kick. And I think you'll find it'll be Peter Maynard who'll take it. Roberts explaining to the umpire to open his eyes. He was going for the mark. Umpire Peter Mead's been around a bit longer. Peter Maynard drops it back towards midfield. Carey's going to have to let Laughlin off the fingers towards Jenkins. Going through David Holst, having his first run for the afternoon. Carey, Sewer, David Marshall. Duthie is good football. Long one out to McGuinness. Oh, McGuinness dropped it, took his eyes off. Turnbull back in defence. defence. Hughes overruns the ball. Quickly through Turnbull again. Back in defence, Andrew Hayes, or Duncan Fosdyke it was, out to Thomas, and Norwood kick clear.
The pace hasn't slowed down all day. Button up high. Maynard will get there first. Roberts slips over. Duthie is tackled. No free kick. Maynard over to Weston. Glenelg are going to run it out of trouble. Weston goes to the centre of the ground, looking for Kernahan. Teal up high, punches away. Sewer, Corns. Sewer can't pick it up. Turnbull does it beautifully. Great tackle. The Bear picks it up. The handball's astray. Kernahan picks it up and he kicks to centre half forward. Nicholson gets there first. He runs away from McGuinness. Hughes lost sight of the ball. Duthie does too. Carey took his eyes off it. And umpire Mead will separate players for a bounce. 7 minutes in and Norwood lead. 18-8, Glenelg 14-11.
Norwood playing desperate football. They reckon they've got a big opportunity and not about to give it away easily. The Bay's just as determined, but have they got it? Hooked back by Button. Lachlan. Fosdyke played well, but gee, that's not a good kick. That's going out of bounds on the full, is it? Yes. And the free kick will be taken in defence by Peter Maynard or David Marshall. Take your pick. Marshall. Half-back flank. The Bays barely need a goal. In fact, 2 or 3 quickly towards centre wing. Carey sets himself in front. The marker's a good one. Doesn't get a chance to get out. He's letting him play on. Umpire Foster said he read to get out a handball. Controversial. Turnbull, goal for. Oh, Peter Marker. Oh, Peter Carey going over to Foster. Not at all happy. Throwing his head to the skies, but Turnbull has got it. They won't get it away from him. Peter Carey cannot believe his eyes as Norwood shoot to 19 goals, 8. The Bays 14-11.
Warhurst, the throw in. Carey over the top. Weston. Although who didn't pick it up, he kicked it off the ground. Duthie got it clear. Fosdyke intercepted. Over to Lachlan. Beautifully done, Lachlan. Short. Great work forward. And Lachlan finds Thomas. Greg Thomas at centre half forward. It may be too far for him. He kicked 1 in the first and 1 in the second. Kick number 15. He's played well. The kick is offline. The post is still standing, strangely enough, and a free kick's been given to Coolman. Norwood 19-8, Glenelg 14-11.
McFarlane off. Robbie Walter back on. The Bays bringing the changes in a desperate situation. Coolman back towards Carey. Thumped away almost. Carey at the second grab has paid the mark. He's at centre half back. Painter provides the run towards that player at centre wing. Pushed away from him by Renfrey, but Painter's been paid the mark and will take it at centre wing. Painter has picked up quite a few kicks, been one of their better players. 14th kick coming away and finds Sewer. Been in and out of the game, screws a long one in towards full forward now. Hartfield up, gets his fingers on it. Marshall through, can't get it. Forced back towards centre, but it's all McDermott. Long one in towards full forward. Kernahan can't get it. Fine mark home. Hughes. He's been paid right on the line.
I know would have got a break. Glenelg are going to find it very hard. Hughes to Noble. He couldn't mark. Running the ball through is Thomas again, Greg Thomas. And he won't get the free kick. It goes to Fosdyke. He goes short to Jenkins. It's gone over Jenkins' head. Jenkins not happy. He's having a couple of words to say to Fosdyke. The ball being thrown in centre wing. Carey, Holst, Marshall. Marshall's been beaten today. Warhurst couldn't get to him. Kernahan on a lead, can't mark. Noble runs away with it. He can use Renfrey if he wants to. That's where it goes. And Renfrey stops after taking the mark. Roberts on a lead. Hall's at full forward. That's where the ball's going. Hall's going to find it hard from behind. Weston sweeps a handball out to Duthie. He's making hard work of it. There'll be another ball in. Nord have got a break, and I don't think they're going to give it up.
27-point break, Peter. A great lead. They've earned it. They've played well. Paul against Carey. Super's trying to lift himself, try to hook it back. Quickly in there. Now the handball came out from Ace. Chipped away at goal by Warhurst, and it's taken right on the line by Coolman. He in turn finds McGuinness. Still battling his heart out on the half-back line. He wobbles one to find his skipper. Duthie, half-back line almost run down. Gets the kick away, but the pressure enables the Norwood player to get it in Jenkins. Good football by the young fellow in Thomas then to force them into an error. McGuinness left it behind. Likewise Thomas. Maynard back towards centre wing. Good mark punt.
He's played very well today, the big bear. Kick number 12. He's had 11 handballs, and he's at least shared the ruck work. He's changed on the bench with Ferring, but what a great return to play. Button kicked the ball a long way to Warhurst. He couldn't mark it. Coming in is Semmons. Duthie. Marshall. Marshall runs out of defence. He's got no one to kick to, though. He held onto the ball too long. Button again. Great work, Button. Best big man on the ground. Plays it on to Teal. Teal's in trouble. He gives it back to Button. Button dummies beautifully. Holst, 2 grabs, can't mark the ball. Gets it out to Weston. Further to Duthie. Weston will get it further afield to McGuinness. McGuinness will go long. Looking for Hartfield. The ball's run through. Lannis has got it. Lannis onto the left boot. He's an opportunist. He's got one. And you reckon Glenelg didn't need that one. Lannis has got 3. I think Glenelg got a much needed goal.
Well done, Paul Weston. He was the player instrumental in getting that goal. It was a brilliant defensive effort from the half-back line. He kept on burrowing in there. The handball was beautiful to give his side the running start. McGuinness was the final one. It went up and it clean bowled Hartfield at full forward. But Lannis behind the pack, booted his third, and the Bay's fighting back.
Carey again. He'll need to lift. Button got higher. He tapped it on again. Great work, Button. Thomas came through the pack. Turnbull picks it up. Onto the boot. Thomas is there. In front. Can't mark. Roberts. Roberts didn't have it. He was tackled. Holst. Weston. Gee, Weston's fighting hard for Glenelg, and Peter Mead will bounce it down. Well, about 30 metres from the Norwood goal.
19-8 to 15-11, 16 minutes in. Still time for a Bay recovery, but they'll have to play better. Corns towards centre wing. Walters there with him is Jenkins. Off the fingers Semmons, but he can't pick it up. Marshall breaks clear, puts it to the half-forward line. Looking up there for Jamie, who's just come on, Jamie Mason. But the umpire has paid a mark back there to Malcolm Noble. Noble on the half-back line. Sends it towards centre wing. Weston's going to be a leaper, but Carey's there as well and paid the mark. Don't think he ever got off the ground as he slips it to Marshall. That's not good football. Semmons, Norwood in with a chance again. Turnbull, Roberts wants it short. It's going to that player. And yet another mistake from the Glenelg players finds Norwood in a scoring position. Neville Roberts, 45 metres out. The angle is evident. Kick number 14 could make the distance. Going in short, fooled everybody, and has found Keith Thomas some 15 metres close to goal. The angle's improved as well. Norwood cool in attack. Thomas's kick is home. Never looked like missing. His second goal. And it looks like game, set and match to the legs. Only 17 minutes in, but the way they're doing it suggests they could run out the upset winner here at the parade.
Superbly disguised movement there from Roberts. He fooled everybody. He fooled me. I thought he was going for goal, but anyway, he shot it over to Thomas, and Thomas kicked his second. And Roberts has been an extremely effective player up forward. He's killed Glenelg. Norwood 20 goals, 8. The Bays are 15-11.
At the bounce, it will be Carey still on the ball. Against Button, what a superb last quarter. Carey gets the tap away. Fosdyke's dispossessed. Quickly forward by Weston, the half-forward line. Painter, Robbie Walter, half-forward line. Well smothered, beautifully done, Graham Hughes. And Walter takes him out of play, and the umpire lets it stand. Norwood defence desperate, played well despite the non-appearance of Stemper, and also Paul Adler out injured. Their half-back line have stood the test well, and also without Ace. Nicholson, almost too slow, gets the kick away, but it's not a good one. But a careless tackle by the Bay defence. Well, the defence on that stage gives an FAD.
Warhurst furthers it to Roberts. Oh, great work, Roberts. Brilliant football over the top to Lachlan. He won't miss this one. Great work, Roberts. He's been a star today. You can't play football better than that. He set it up for Lachlan. 21-8 Norwood, 15-11 Glenelg.
I think Neville Roberts is possibly happy with his own form, but what a brilliant handball. Gave Lachlan all the time in the world. In fact, Lachlan almost took it home. He steadied, he started, and from 20 metres out he put it through. And the Norwood now ramming home their advantage. They've played brilliant football at the parade this afternoon.
Norwood winning 22-8 to 17-16. Turville kicked 4 goals today in his 100th appearance for the Redlegs. Motlop 3 and Fosdyke 3. Lunnis got 4 for Glenelg, Kernahan 3. And after the game, Ian Day went into the Norwood room.
Where do you feel you finally got on top?
Last quarter, first 5 minutes. Turbs' 2 quick goals. That gave us confidence, and I think we just ran on from there.
What about Neil Button's performance in ruck coming back after injury?
Oh, superb. He's one guy that never lets the side down, no matter what the conditions or what his fitness is. He comes on top all the time.
Neil, congratulations. It was a fine win from Norwood's point of view, and one that was long overdue.
Certainly long overdue, and a win like that's certainly welcome.
How did you feel your ruck duels went with Big Peter?
I thought that when I got the ball, I was able to pick up the guys a little better maybe, but probably 50-50 really.
You leapt well and you marked well, so you must feel confident of your physical condition at the moment.
Certainly a lot better than it was a week ago. A week ago I wasn't even seeing the ball in the air properly. Today I was able to catch it okay, so I'm pretty happy.
Graham, Glenelg have had good and bad memories here, and today's not a good memory. After a pretty good start in that first quarter, Norwood just seemed to keep running and running and running all day, and they ran out the game a lot better than Glenelg.
Yes, we never, apart from the first 5 or 10 minutes, we never really got our game going. And I think Norwood used their short play, and they kicked the position well, and they used the ball a hell of a lot better than we did. And for some strange reason today, we fumbled a lot when the ball was on the ground, and I think they made the most of our mistakes.
Glenelg fell down at centre half forward. Brenton Hartfield couldn't get into it, and Robbie Walter couldn't get into it on a flank. And if you haven't got a half forward line, it makes it a bit hard, doesn't it?
Well, it makes it difficult for anybody playing half forward, of course, if the ball's coming in a ragged fashion like it was today. Unless you can run the ball properly through the centre and give it to your half forward line neatly, they haven't got a chance at all.
Norwood winning by 22 points. Graham Corns next Monday against South Adelaide will be playing in his 300th game for Glenelg. We'll take a break, come back and have a look at the game from Football Park between Sturt and North Adelaide.